Today I'm sharing a DIY card layout stencil I created using dies I already own. It's inspired by a card layout I saw on the Simon Says Stamp YouTube channel. I'll show you how this approach helps with easy, repeatable card layouts and a finished handmade card. Let's get started. All right, we're starting off with some nesting dies I've had in my stash. You can use whatever you have. These mostly are from Hero Arts. The circles and the rectangles are from Hero Arts, and the squares are from Recollections that I got at Michael's a while back. But definitely use dies that you already own. You can use any shapes. These are just great to use for card layouts. And I'm pulling out some scrap pattern paper I had, a piece of vellum, and a scrap piece of um, gold cardstock. And then I have a panel here that measures 3 3/4 by 5 inches. Um, I don't think I end up using that actually. I think we just went straight to the card base. But here is my stencil. I used heavyweight cardstock and I just took my various shapes of my dies and cut out a pattern. You can use any pattern you want. And then I laid out that stencil, and then I cut out different shapes. I cut out multiple shapes of each shape that I wanted. I cut out a 1/4 inch strip there that you could see, and then two circle dies or two circles. I'm bringing in the Tim Holtz deckle paper trimmer, and I have my card base, which measures 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. And I'm just going to open it, and I'm going to take about a 1/4 inch. I'm just eyeballing this, and I'm just going to slice off that front edge as if you were opening up the card. It would be the front of the card, and again, just about a 1/4 inch. Again, eyeballing it, and you can see that this deckle trimmer gives this a nice rustic edge. You don't need a deckle trimmer. You can use a deckle ruler, or you can just tear it. And I'm going to go ahead and glue that little decorative strip. That's that 1/4 inch strips that I just cut. And I'll just glue that down onto the inside edge, and then you'll see it peeking through. Now, I do want to say that this layout idea was inspired by a card demo I saw on the Simon Says Stamp YouTube channel. I've linked that in the description below. Check it out. It's a great idea. This stencil was part of a kit, and I don't have the kit, so I just made a DIY. But definitely check out their channel and get that kit. I believe it's their um, February card kit, but it's a good one. But anyway, I just wanted to show you what I did with my DIY stencil since I didn't have the kit. I also jotted down the nesting um, dies that I used for that pattern. So in the future, I know which set to go get to get that shaped square or that shaped rectangle. So now is when you'll use your layout stencil. I am centering it on the front of the card. And even though we cut off that deckle edge, we want to center it on the white part of the card. And once you get it centered, tape it down. And then you just add glue into your sections. Make sure you don't get the glue on the stencil, but just in those openings. And then you just paper piece. You just put um, your shapes in. I'm starting with the gold because I want that as my background. And so I'm speeding this up, obviously, but you just want to put your first layer in, and then just make sure the glue is set a little bit, then carefully remove the stencil. This is just a layout stencil. So you can position it however you want, but that's the basis. That is the basis of it. I am taping down the card just so it lays flat while I'm decorating it, but the stencil is done. I'm going to put that aside, and now we're going to have some fun. So I did cut out more pieces than I actually needed, but I want to take a piece of the vellum and a piece of the pattern paper, and we're just going to start tearing. I want the vellum to be behind the pattern paper, so I'm just going to randomly tear a piece, and then I'm going to bring up the pattern paper, and although it's going to go in front eventually, I am going to tear it a little bit below the tear line of the vellum. So you can rip it away from you or towards you. I like ripping it towards me so that white edge shows. So you want your pattern paper to be a little bit lower than your vellum if you're using those two types of papers. And you can see how it just kind of creates a really cool, almost like a mountain or a landscape. And these would make great masculine cards. So just glue the back of your pattern paper onto the vellum, line up the edges, make sure it's square, and then you can just glue it down. Um, Now imagine all the possibilities. If you need a more feminine card, you could use polka dots or stripes or, a small floral pattern for your pattern paper, anything. And the layout isn't limited to what I'm doing. You could do just all circles or heart shapes or whatever you want. So again, I'm speeding this up just to kind of show you the process of what I did. I just took my little shapes and I tore the paper and I kind of made them go in different directions instead of like the pattern paper always at the bottom of the shape. I kind of wanted them in different orientations. I just thought it added a little bit more interest. And I really like how this came out. These are really easy to do, and I hope you give it a try. Let me know in the comments if you ever made a card like this, or if you have the Simon Says Stamp Kit, February 2026 kit. Let me know. I think I may end up getting once. I believe they will sell the parts of the kit a la carte. I'm hoping because I really do want to get the layering stencil, the layout stencil, because I believe there's 5 uh, stencils in that. And so they give you a lot of different options on different layouts. And um, this is what I saw on their demo video, and it really inspired me. So that's why I was doing this today. All right, so once you have all the pieces down, just make sure they're good and dry and set. And then I'm actually taking my pick tool, and I did see this in the demo as well, where you can take one of the edges and just carefully pull it up and roll it down. And it just adds a little texture and interest. And it just reminded me of mountains or big hills. And I really, really liked that. So I went around and did that on all of my panels. And I love how the vellum looks like it's rosy behind or in front of the gold cardstock. It just gave it a different effect. But yeah, I really liked that rolled edge. That's probably one of my favorite parts of the card. So you can see all my extra scraps, and I'm just going to set those off to the side later. But I did take those circle dies from Hero Arts, and I just used 2 of the circles that were right next to each other. So a smaller one and then the next size up, and cut 2 pieces. And that next size up is the white shadow layer. Um, and so that's going to be my kind of my grounding element for the greeting. And we are going with a happy birthday greeting here. And I'm using, this is also from Hero Arts. I didn't really realize I had so many Hero Arts products, but this is their message strips, stamp, and cut set. I've had this for a while, at least a couple years, but I'm just taping down a piece of white cardstock scrap and putting that stamp down. And I'm going to stamp it in Gina K Designs Premium Dye Ink in Black Onyx. And I believe I do that a couple times. And I like this little stamp set because it came with the strip dies that cut out all the greetings. So that was kind of nice. And I think I bought this early on in my crafting, my hobby. So I thought that would be a good idea to have this set, and it is. All right, I am bringing in that double grip mat one from Gina K because this little guy is so cute. It is the mini intercut or the intercut mini die cutting machine, and it's great for these little small dies. So I thought instead of bringing in the big um, embossing die cutting machine, I'm going to use this little cute guy. So I just love it. And it does come with the cutting plates, obviously, and 2 top plates. Um, so it's just really handy. And then we'll get that little strip sentiment out of the die, and there, it cut beautifully, it stamped beautifully. It's time to put this card together and finish it up. So I'm just going to clean up my surface, bring in the card, and we will go ahead and bring in a little bit closer so you can see. And we'll glue that circle right. I tried to get it in the center, but when I watched the playback, I think I'm up a little bit. But it's hard to tell when you're not looking straight down on the camera when you're making these. So it's kind of hard, but it's okay. And I'm just putting glue in the center of that because I don't need to glue the pieces, the ends that are hanging off the circle. So just in the middle there, and we'll get that down. And that is the finished card. Now I'm not adding any gems or anything like that because all the shiny uh, cardstock right there. It's just like it's illuminating. It doesn't need anything more, I didn't think. And that's it. I really like that strip in the inside, and I love that deckle edge. I think that's really cool. And that is it. That is our finished card. Again, you can use any pattern paper and you can just make it look totally different. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for spending some time here with me today. And if you enjoyed watching, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Coming up is another one I think you might enjoy. Until next time, have a great day.